going on, guys? It's the Kitty here and welcome back to another one of my videos. On today's video we're looking at FRAG Pro Shooter, and in particular we're going to be doing a bit of a series on the payload game mode. So what I mean by that is I want you to give me some input. I've got some theories, some strategies I want to talk through with you on this video, but we are going to perfect the ultimate strategy, which is the ultimate fraggers, the best ones to have for this payload, because it's a completely different type of game to the ones that we're used to with the normal, you know, the 2 versus 2, the 1 versus 1, and the street frag. This is a completely new ball game, because not only have you got to try and stop the other person's payload, but you've got to be able to defend your own payload at the same time. So what is the best ones to use? There's got to be some secret formula to give you the perfect strategy. But obviously this game is so new, you might not even have it. It's not out as I'm making this video. It's not out in general release. So I've had a theory, and this is going to be like my starting deck. Going to play a couple of games, going to sort of show you what my thoughts are on it, and then what I want you to do is I want you to leave some comments and tell me what you think would be good. You know, what would be a good deck to use, which ones not to use, and then over time with this particular series we'll build up what could amount to being the best deck to use. So my initial theories for this are that maybe the shotgun decks, you know, you've got to remember this particular map is very open. So what I've thought of, my first thoughts are to have Sugeki-chan, because Sugeki-chan is like the best one for open areas. So I'm going to leave her with the AI because I think that she's best adapted to just being used by the AI, and hopefully she'll get a lot of damage. She's very good against heavies, and I think you might see some Nutra-Moitras on here and also some Hannibals, but I'm not sure whether or not those are good ones to have on here or not, to be honest with you. Also, I've put Sombrero in because Sombrero's basically, his ability lasts for 12 seconds with a cooldown of 10, I think it is, which means that that ability is active for half of the game, which is, you take that into context, when every time anyone dies, some bombs will be going towards the other person's payload to slow it down, to stop it. So that is another theory. So we've got those two in camp. Now BB is very good, he's got the splash damage. I'm looking at splash damage because it's so open, you want to get those shots off, you want to be able to do multiple damage on multiple enemies if you can. So let's go back through it. So Sombrero is for his ability, because that'll be active for half the match basically, getting those bombs in. Sugeki-chan, very good against heavy, will be taking out will be doing damage to multiple opponents that are in the open. BB with the splash damage and the healing and the speed up, I think is very good for this map as well. You know, you tell me if you think that I'm wrong with this. Queen Unicorn can be either mained or used to defend your payload, and you know that she's very good. And with it being an open map, I'm thinking maybe she'd be more effective than possibly the boss, because she's got a very wide range with that ability of hers, that Twinkle Force. And then I've got Tankbot. Now Tankbot has got an excellent range of 55 meters. 55 meters on that, and he turns into this tank, which has then got some very good damage with the tank. So that is the reason why I'm going for him. So we're going to go in and we're going to do a couple of games, and then you tell me if you think there's some that might be better than others. Obviously, the fraggers that aren't very good fraggers, I think, are probably going to stay as not very good fraggers. But we'll build over time. We're going to, you know, me and you guys are going to build the ultimate payload deck. So I'm going to go with Tankbot. So leave the two campers, leave Sombrero and leave Sugeki-chan, and we're going to just sort of be doing attacking. So we're going to go in, we're going to do some big damage, and as you can see, you know, it's all good. Like this is on the test server still, obviously, but in you know, when you're going up against somebody else, it might not all work out so like this, and you know, there'll be different people that are playing different strategies. But I feel that you know, I've got some good defense there with the 2 camp cars and Sugeki-chan. I feel that's pretty good. And then what you want to do is you want to concentrate on attacking, and you want to try and get the payload between you and the opposition, and then just come round, disable it, and then hide again. So I'm just going to do that with Tankbot. And you know, this, you either do one of 3 things. You either concentrate on attack, you concentrate on defense, or you do a mixture of both. On this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of try and rely on my defenders to see if they can get, you know, let's see if they can stay and defend on their own without my help. And then we're just going to, and if there's a nice health kit here, if you get to here, you've got a nice health kit. We've got bombs waiting to detonate as well, which is brilliant. So they've automatically detonated. Then we can get in there, we can get that damage done, and then we can hide again around the front. We're just waiting for that payload to activate again. As soon as it activates, there it is, it's activated again. There's bombs coming in where we've been defending, and we've done some more damage and getting shot at the moment. But we're still right by the health pack. So this is really good. Obviously, you know, some of the frags on here are quite low level. So, you know, like I said, in theory, some of this might not work as well when you're in the real game, going on it for real. You know, because that's a real game going on for real. When you're when it goes live, get that little bit of damage. Keep on trying to stay hidden. And if you've got health, oh, hang on, you've got to watch out for Cactarina. And I've dropped off the edge of the map. That's the first time I've dropped off the edge of the map. But you do want, so after that, I'm going to go BB because I'm going to keep the 3 defenders going. Sugeki-chan is there doing her multi-hits. And that's game over for game number 1. So this is the deck that I'm going to be using when it goes live at the moment, unless you change my mind. Tell me if you think there's other strategies to use. There is going to be many strategies to use, but what is going to be the best one? Let's go in and do another game with the same team. So my main is Tankbot. I'm leaving the other 3 in defense. I've got BB as a backup if I need it. But we are basically getting that initial attack done. I could get a losing Tankbot if I'm not careful. They're going in. They might actually have to do some defending here. No, I think that Queen Unicorn did what was needed. So I need to do what I set out to do. The only thing with Tankbot is he's a little bit slow when he's not in his tank form, but we're going to go. We're waiting here. This is a good hiding place. Get the damage in. They can't see me yet. Stop the payload. And then get defensive around their payload. Pick up the health. Those bombs are coming in. I do think that Sombrero might be very key on this one. Anyone gets close, like Dr. Frost, and you blast him and take him out. Now the payload's active again. We should get some bombs coming in again at some point with a bit of luck. But you can see we're winning. There's going to be so many interesting strategies on here. I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to your input, guys, onto what we need to do to win these games. And pick up that health, even though it's only like another 10 on the health front. We're stopping it. BB's dominating the middle ground here at the moment. They are really on the attack. Oh, let's get JB if we can. JB's gone. Dr. Frost is gone. Like I said, I understand that on here at the moment that the opposition is only level 2. It'll take a few more blasts to get them when they're like a proper level. But I feel that this is a pretty good strategy. Can I get... Oh, look at that. That was good. There comes the bombs. I do feel the bombs is really going to be... I think the Sombrero is going to be a very highly used fragger over time. There we go. We stop the payload almost instantly. And now we're just trying to get Dr. Frost. Dr. Frost is good at close range, but look at that. Queen Unicorn fired a rainbow from like a mile away. We're just on the home straight now. Another strategy that could get used is that once you're nearly home, you might just want to go into protection mode and just to guide your own payload in, which we've managed to do. and that's 2 wins. So like I said before, make sure that you leave a comment down below. I want to know who you think might make a good deck, who we should definitely not, and like I said, over time we're going to build up a very good strategy for the payload map. That is my first attempts, that's my first thoughts on it. So let me just do a few shout outs to Dominic M, Tommy the Beast, Etty Shukla, Dato and Percy. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to smash that like button because that would be super awesome. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time.